Welcome back, everybody. Today we're going deep on this HubSpot 2025 State of Marketing Report.
Oh,
And we're going to try to give some insights to the marketing communications folks over at UTRGV.
sounds good.
See how they can maybe use some of this stuff to enhance the university.
Yeah,
It's
definitely.
a pretty fascinating report.
Yeah, it is.
And it's 1,200 marketing leaders from all different kinds of industries.
Yeah, a lot of different perspectives.
Yeah, so it's
Yeah.
it's a pretty broad look
It is.
at what's coming.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, this is like our roadmap.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is like our roadmap for the next couple of years in marketing.
Yeah,
A
exactly.
lot of stuff to unpack here.
What I thought was interesting is how they really emphasize, these different generations
Right.
and how you've got to really start thinking about millennials and Gen Z.
Well, yeah, they're the ones with the money now.
They are, yeah, exactly.
Like it.
And they're the ones making the decisions.
You got to target them.
So, UTRGD, you gotta reach these people.
You got to speak their language.
And how do you do that? How do you do that?
Right. And that's the question.
Right.
I think authenticity is a big one.
Yeah.
Being real.
Right?
They can smell BS from a mile away.
Yeah.
But they also like to see,
Uh-huh.
companies being bold and taking risks.
Yeah.
So you got to find that balance.
Well, they highlight in here, a good example is this Jaguar campaign,
Oh, yeah, that was a good one.
where they really kind of
They really went for it.
and went after the younger demographic.
Yeah, they weren't afraid to shake things up.
Yeah, and I think that's
Mm-hmm.
that's something that UTRGV has to think about is
For sure.
how do you reach these people?
Yeah, how do you stay relevant to a younger audience? It's
Yeah.
a challenge for a lot of universities.
Yeah.
But I think UTRGV has a lot of potential.
What's interesting too is that Jaguars really kind of dug into
Yeah.
their history and their value.
Yeah, they embraced their heritage,
Yeah.
but they gave it a modern twist,
Yeah.
which I think is smart.
And it's something that,
Mhm.
UTRGV can do too.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have a rich history and a unique story to tell.
Yeah, they do have a story to tell.
Mm-hmm.
And that kind of leads into this other thing about brand-led marketing.
Right.
It's not just about broadcasting messages.
It's about building a relationship with your audience,
Yeah, about
letting them know who you
our
are.
personality.
Understand.
And it's really about your values.
Yeah, exactly.
I think that's something that,
Mhm.
especially for a university, I mean, that's critical.
I mean, they're all about values, right? Education,
Yeah.
growth, community. So
Yeah.
it's a natural fit.
And it's interesting, too, because they highlight that, 92%
Wow.
of marketers are
It's a lot.
they're going to maintain or increase their investments in brand awareness.
So it's clearly important. People are putting their money where their mouth is.
Right. And so UTRGV, you got to make sure that your story is clear.
Yeah.
You know that it's compelling and that it's consistent across all your platforms.
Consistency is key.
Yeah.
You want people to recognize your brand no matter where they see it.
Well, they highlight this HubSpot campaign
Yeah.
that they did with the New York City Marathon.
That was a great example.
And they really,
Yeah.
they
Yeah.
really
They nailed it.
nailed it with that one.
They really tapped into the emotion of the event.
Yeah. And so I think, UTRGV,
Mm-hmm.
especially, down there in the valley,
Beautiful part of the world.
there's so much
So much visual potential.
visual potential.
Yeah.
So, how do you capture that?
Right. How do you capture the essence of UTRGV
Right.
and translate that into a compelling brand story?
Yeah. And,
It's an exciting challenge.
speaking of challenges,
Yeah.
let's talk about data-driven marketing. Now, this is something that the report really emphasizes,
He's huge.
but it's also something that,
Yeah.
people are concerned about.
Yeah. The privacy issue is a big one.
Yeah. How do you walk that line?
Right.
UTRGV, how do you
You got to be transparent.
use data,
Yeah. Let people know how you're using their data
but also respect people's privacy?
and keep it secure.
Right. And they highlight how HubSpot is doing a good job of this.
They've been doing it for a while.
Yeah.
They're kind of the gold standard.
Yeah.
So they've figured out how to use data effectively while still respecting privacy,
Right.
which is not easy.
And the thing is that,
Yeah.
when you use data the right way,
Mm-hmm.
it's really powerful.
It can make a huge difference.
They highlight how it can lead to more effective targeting.
Yeah, you can really hone in on your audience.
Yeah. And a higher ROI.
Yeah.
So UTRGV,
Mhm.
are you using data?
Are you making data-driven decisions?
Well, how are you doing it?
If not, it's something to think about.
Yeah.
Because it can really give you a competitive edge.
Well, speaking of, doing things the right way,
Yeah.
let's talk about content.
Yeah.
Content is still king.
It's always been king.
You know,
Content is everything.
it's still king.
It's the heart of marketing.
But it's got to be engaging.
Yeah, it's got to grab people's attention.
It's got to be visual,
Yeah, visuals are huge.
interactive.
Yeah.
You know, got to think about those kinds of things.
People have short attention spans.
Yeah, they do.
You got to make it snappy.
Well, they highlight how short-form video is like the top performing
Yeah, that's where it's at.
content format.
TikTok, Instagram Reels, YouTube Shorts.
So UTRGV,
Yeah.
are you doing those things?
Are you on those platforms?
Are you creating that kind of content?
Are you using video effectively?
Now, what's interesting is that,
Yeah.
podcasts are still
Oh, yeah, podcasts are huge.
really,
Hot right now.
everybody's listening to podcasts.
Yeah.
And it's amazing to me how
Yeah.
they highlight that 46% of listeners bought something
Wow.
after hearing about it on a podcast.
That's impressive.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's the power of audio.
So UTRGV,
Yeah.
I mean, what are you doing with podcasts?
Could you be doing more?
Are you creating podcasts?
Are you reaching out to potential students through podcasts?
What kind of podcasts could you create?
There's so much potential there.
That's really quite remarkable.
It is.
And they even highlight, how one of their creators is using things like ChatGPT and Canva
Oh, yeah, those are great tools.
to streamline their social media workflow.
Makes things so much
There's
easier.
that.
So UTRGV, are you using those tools?
Yeah, what are you doing?
If not, you should be.
Yeah. And speaking of AI,
Okay.
that's the next big thing that this report talks about.
Yeah, that's the game changer.
And how it's really
It's already transforming marketing.
Yeah.
And it's only going to get bigger.
And so UTRGV,
Yeah.
how are you guys going to,
Yeah.
embrace this?
How are you going to stay ahead of the curve?
Yeah.
I mean, it's changing everything.
Yeah. And so this report really kind of makes it clear that
Mhm.
AI is really transforming marketing,
Absolutely.
and
Yeah.
UTRGV needs to be ready for it.
You got to be on board with this.
Yeah.
Or you're going to get left behind.
And it's not just about,
Yeah.
using AI to, create content or
Yeah.
analyze data.
Mm.
It's also about understanding how AI
Mm.
is changing how people think,
Exactly. It's a whole new ball game.
how they behave, and what they expect.
Yep.
And so what I thought was really interesting is they have this prediction in here
Oh, yeah.
that by 2025,
Mhm.
we're going to see these AI-generated influencers.
That's a wild one.
I know.
Virtual influencers taking over.
Virtual people.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how that plays out.
I mean, are people really going to,
Yeah.
trust a virtual person?
I mean, especially when it comes to something like higher education,
Yeah.
where trust and authenticity are so important.
Yeah.
You're making a big decision when you choose a university.
Yeah.
So,
So I don't know how that's going to work.
yeah. It'll be interesting to see how that plays out.
Yeah. We'll have to wait and see.
But I think what it tells us
Mhm.
is that UTRGV needs to be thinking outside the box when it comes to
The good creative.
influencer marketing.
Yeah, and maybe instead of looking outside,
Yeah.
look inside.
Yeah.
You've got a whole network of students
Mhm.
and alumni
Right.
who are passionate about UTRGV.
Yeah.
They could be your influencers.
Yeah. And they're authentic.
Exactly.
Right.
They're the real deal.
I mean, nobody can argue with
Uh.
a student who's saying, hey, I love UTRGV because,
Yeah, nobody can fake that.
right.
That's genuine.
And so they also highlight, how AI can be used to
Oh, yes.
really personalize the student journey.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a big one.
And imagine if UTRGV
Mm-hmm.
could use AI
Yeah.
to really tailor the communication to each student.
Based on their interests and their goals.
Yeah, their learning style,
Yeah.
You know,
Their needs.
what they're interested in.
Yeah, it's all about personalization.
I mean, that could be huge.
Yeah, it could make a big difference in attracting students.
Yeah.
And keeping them engaged.
And not just, attracting new students, but also,
Right.
supporting the students you have.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, imagine if you had an AI chatbot.
Oh, yeah, that would be awesome.
I could answer,
Yeah.
all those questions about financial aid,
Or registration or,
campus resource.
or the library.
Yeah, all that stuff that students need to know.
I mean, think about how much time that would free up.
Yeah, it would free up staff to focus on more complex issues.
Yeah, so it's not about replacing people.
Right.
It's about,
It's about augmenting human capabilities.
yeah, making their jobs easier. making them more efficient
Right.
and more effective.
And then they also talk about AI being used to create these really personalized learning experiences.
And AI tutors.
Imagine that.
Personalized feedback.
Yeah.
Customized learning plans.
I mean, that's amazing. It's the future of education.
And for a university like UTRGV, I mean, that could be a real game changer.
It could really help them stand out.
Yeah, because it would allow you to provide that really individualized learning experience.
Tailored to each student.
To every student.
Exactly.
And of course, with any new technology, there's always ethical considerations.
I gotta be careful.
You gotta make sure that you're using it responsibly.
You don't want to create any biases or unfair advantages.
Yeah, and so
it's a powerful tool.
Yeah, but
you gotta use it wisely.
You gotta make sure that it aligns with your values.
Absolutely.
And so for UTRGV,
as you're thinking about how to integrate AI into your marketing, you got to be thoughtful. You got to be ethical.
Make sure it aligns with your mission.
Right, because the goal is to enhance the human experience.
Not replace it.
Right.
Make things better for everyone.
Not to replace it, and to create, this more personalized and engaging
and inclusive
experience for everyone.
That's the goal.
And, let's step back from AI for a second.
Okay.
Because I think it's important to remember that no matter how much technology changes, the ability to tell a compelling story, that's
never going to go away.
That's what really matters.
That's at the heart of it all.
And UTRGV has a story to tell.
Oh, yeah. They've got a great story.
I mean, it's a university that's deeply rooted in the Rio Grande Valley.
Yeah. A unique and vibrant community.
Yeah. It's a story of opportunity,
resilience,
impact, and impact.
Making a difference in the world.
And you can use that story to connect with prospective students.
Alumni. The wider community.
Donors.
Yeah.
Everybody.
I mean, it's about showcasing what makes UTRGV special.
Yeah. Showcasing your commitment to student success.
Yeah. The amazing research that's happening there.
Yeah. The contributions to the region.
The impact on the community.
Yeah. And this report highlights how important visual storytelling is.
Oh, yeah. Visuals are everything.
So how is UTRGV using imagery and video?
Yeah. Are you bringing those stories to life?
To bring these stories to life.
Yeah. Show, don't tell.
Yeah. I mean, imagine short videos showcasing student research.
Or alumni success stories.
Yeah. Captivating photography.
Beautiful shots of the campus.
Of the campus, of the community.
The surrounding area.
Yeah. I mean, the possibilities are endless.
Yeah. Get creative.
And don't forget about user-generated content.
Yeah. That's gold.
I mean,
let your students and alumni tell their stories.
Encourage your students to share their experiences.
It's authentic.
Yeah, because that's
real. People trust it more.
It's powerful.
Absolutely.
Because it's real.
Yeah, it's not marketing speak.
So as UTRGV, navigates this evolving marketing landscape.
It's a wild world out there.
Yeah.
It's changing all the time.
You got to remember that authenticity.
Yeah.
Creativity.
And storytelling.
And that commitment to storytelling.
Those are the keys.
Are essential.
Yeah, you can't forget about those.
And by embracing these insights from this report and applying them in a way that aligns with the university's values, you can really enhance.
Absolutely. And reach your goals.
Yeah.
It's all about making a connection.
And really have an impact.
Yeah.
So it's been really fascinating exploring this report.
It has.
And I think it's clear that UTRGV has a real opportunity here.
For sure.
To really kind of leverage these trends.
Yeah, they've got everything they need.
To enhance their marketing and communications.
They just got to put it all together.
So to kind of wrap things up.
Okay.
Let's leave the UTRGV team.
Yeah.
With a few key takeaways.
Sounds good.
And first and foremost, remember the importance of authenticity.
Be real.
In today's world, people can spot a fake.
Yeah, they can smell it a mile away.
A mile away.
Yeah.
So UTRGV, you got to be genuine.
Yeah. Show your true colors.
You got to showcase your personality, your strengths with the real experiences of your students.
It's the real deal.
And faculty.
Yeah.
The second thing, guys, don't be afraid to experiment.
Yeah. Try new things.
The marketing world is changing constantly. It's always evolving.
So you've got to be agile.
You got to be willing to adapt.
You got to be willing to try new things.
Yeah, and don't be afraid to fail.
Embrace those new technologies.
Like AI.
Like AI.
Yeah.
But do it thoughtfully.
Yeah.
And ethically.
Don't forget about the ethics.
The third thing is,
okay,
remember the power of storytelling.
Yeah, stories are everything.
UTRGV.
Mm-hmm.
You have a compelling story to tell.
You do.
And it can resonate with so many people.
Students, alumni.
Use data to understand your audience.
Yeah, know your audience.
And tailor your message.
Yeah, speak their language.
But never lose sight of that human element.
The human touch is important.
Yeah.
People connect with people.
And finally, remember that marketing is really all about building relationships.
It's about connecting with people.
It's about connecting
on an emotional level.
With people on an emotional level. Yeah. Make them feel something.
And inspiring them to take action. Give them a reason to care.
So by embracing these principles, UTRGV can create a marketing communications strategy.
That's both effective and authentic.
And authentic.
You got to have both.
That not only enhances the university's reputation, but also helps achieve its mission.
It's all about the mission.
So it's been a pleasure diving deep into this report with you.
Likewise.
And we're excited to see what UTRGV accomplishes.
Yeah, they've got a bright future.
In the years to come.
I think so, too. It's really exciting stuff.
It is. And UTRGV, they got a lot of potential.
They do.
You know, they really do.
Yeah, a lot of opportunities down there.
Yeah.
It's a great university.
So let's just kind of wrap things up.
Okay.
And give the UTRGV team some key takeaways here.
Sounds good.
So first and foremost, authenticity.
Yeah, be yourself.
Be genuine.
You know, in today's world, people can spot a fake from a mile away.
Oh, yeah.
And so
they can smell it coming.
UTRGV, you got to show your true colors.
Yeah. Show them what you're all about.
You got to showcase your personality.
Your strengths.
You know, the real experiences of your students and faculty.
Yeah. Let them shine.
Second thing.
Okay.
Don't be afraid to experiment.
Yeah. Try new things.
You know?
Take some risks.
This marketing world is constantly changing.
Yeah, and it never stands still.
So you got to be willing to try new things.
And don't be afraid to fail sometimes.
Embrace those new technologies.
Like AI. Yeah.
But do it thoughtfully.
Yeah. Think it through.
And ethically.
Always consider the ethical implications.
And the third thing.
Okay.
You know, remember the power of storytelling.
Yeah. Stories are powerful.
And UTRGV, you have a compelling story to tell.
They do.
Use data to understand your audience.
Yeah, know who you're talking to.
Tailor your message.
Yeah, speak their language.
But never lose sight of the human element.
Yeah, keep it real.
And finally, remember that marketing is about building relationships.
It's about connecting with people.
Connecting with people.
Yeah, making them feel something.
On an emotional level.
Yeah.
And inspiring them to take action.
Give them a call to action.
So by embracing these principles, UTRGV, you can create a marketing and communications strategy.
That's both effective and authentic.
And authentic.
Yes, of both worlds.
A strategy that not only enhances the university's reputation, but also helps it achieve its mission.
Yeah, that's what it's all about.
So it's been a pleasure diving deep into this report with you.
Likewise.
And we're excited to see what UTRGV accomplishes in the years to come.
You too. They've got a lot of great things ahead of them.
So that's it for this deep dive.
Until next time.
We'll see you next time.